Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I wanted to quickly talk to you about income producing activities. We started talking about this a little bit yesterday in the Harmony Droppers Hustle for Silver game plan chat group, whatever, on Facebook about what kind of like business activities can you be doing on a daily basis to grow and support your business, and what does that look like. So in some ways it's going to be the same for everybody, and in some ways it's going to be different. So the same tasks pretty much do need to be accomplished for you to be able to increase your income and grow your team, but everyone's going to approach those in a different way depending on your color, personality, and just depending on like your organizational personality and how you execute your tasks. But it's the beginning of the month, and I just wanted to share with you a few things that I have been doing just to give you some ideas. You're probably doing a lot of these things already and you just don't know it, but in case you're wondering like what can I do for my business today, here are some examples of what you'll hear Erin call, or Sarah Harnish, or our Sarah Dressler, or other leaders that you might hear talk to you, called IPAs, or income producing activities. So first of all, what's not an income producing activity? Scrolling Facebook is not an income producing activity. Scrolling any social media is not an income producing activity. Just like kind of sitting on Facebook waiting for a notification to come in, that's not an income producing activity. Waiting for somebody to respond to your message or respond to your invite to your class, not an income producing activity. And I'll tell you that I've spent a lot of time doing those things. So I'm not perfect, and I am certainly guilty of doing those things. I definitely am one that needs to really like get myself in the zone. I need to either like put some oils on or diffuse something, or just really be motivated by a list or something so that I can get the things done that I need to do, or I tend to get distracted or do other things. Also, having another business, in my calligraphy business, I have to be careful to like compartmentalize and almost block out my day sometimes, because I will start on a She Writes in Color order and then like it's drying, or I need to like wait to do the next step, and then I'll start something with oils and then I won't finish that. So that's something I need to work on myself. So today what I did was I made myself a list of things that I wanted to make sure I accomplished today. And if I get further than that, that's great, but I wanted to make sure at least I got those things done. So some of those things were creating the menu for the upcoming Make and Take that we are doing here in the central Pennsylvania area. I needed to get a rough draft of that menu, send it to Kathy, who's doing the Make and Take with me, so that she could edit it and we could pick the things that we were going to make, figure out what ingredients and supplies we need, and then make the event and start inviting people and get ready for that Make and Take on the 21st. The second thing I had on my list was email one of my downlines who enrolled recently and jumped on ER right away. I reached out to the person who enrolled her and just asked them some questions about her, like, whoa, she got on ER right away. What's going on with that? Seems like she really likes the products, and she kind of just filled me in that she just took to them right away and she was interested in doing the business. I had no idea, because the person who enrolled her is a teacher that I used to teach with at St. Margaret Mary, but this girl, her name is Jamie, she is her daughter's, it's kind of confusing. So she is Jen's daughter's boyfriend's sister. I know that's really confusing. If you followed that train of thought, great. But anyway, I don't know who she is. She isn't somebody that's completely active on Harmony Droppers, and she's not like a personal friend of mine. So it was good for me to know that information. So I wanted to make sure I emailed her today to introduce myself personally, to let her know that I noticed she was on ER, asked her how she's liking her products, what has she ordered, you know, like what is reaching, like standing out to her, something she loves to use. And then I let her know that Jen told me she was interested in the business. I offered to teach a class with her on Facebook. I offered to explain to her how to hold an in-person 101 in her area. She lives in a different part of the state, which is great because that's different people to tap into. But she's not somebody that I could just drive down the street and meet with. So I just offered all those things to her in an email. The next thing was to message people personally about the moms and babies class that I have coming up. So I posted on my Facebook wall. That draws some activity, but a lot of the times people aren't going to see it, number one, because of Facebook algorithms. So it might not reach the audience you want it to reach. Number two, sometimes people are hesitant to comment publicly on something. Maybe they are really curious about oils, but they don't want other people to see that they are, because they might think that other people might judge them. Maybe there's somebody in their family who doesn't think, well about oils and other natural alternatives like that. So you might not reach those people that way. Therefore, all the people I thought would like this class that didn't comment on my post, I went and I sent them a personal message on Facebook or a text message, depending on my relationship with the person. I wrote up the message first, and then I just tweaked it a little bit for each person. I made sure to say good morning, ask them a little question, maybe related to the last little conversation that we were having, or ask them something, about their life that I saw on Facebook or that I know is going on with them. Wrote copied and pasted the basic message, tweaked it around a little bit if I needed to change a name or to change something, and then added a little personal conclusion at the end. And I also included the graphic for the class. I had 100% response rate for that. I think I messaged 8 to 10 people, and every single one of them said yes. And all of those people hadn't commented or liked my post. So personal messages are the way to go for whatever reason. People like to be reached out to. They like to know that you're thinking about them and taking the time to, send them a message. They don't need to know that it's the same message you're sending everybody else, because, you're putting that personal beginning, that personal end. That's a great way to invite people to any classes. And it's also, they're not getting dumped into something that they didn't want to do. So I went and did that. So I got a bunch more people to come to our moms and babies class. The next thing I wanted to do was make an intro post for that class. So I went in, made my intro post, and I planned a couple of my next posts to market my class until next Tuesday. My next goal is to message or email some people about hosting classes in my downline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log on to Virtual Office, just kind of analyze my downline, see where I might have success. And my goal is to email 3 people today to ask them if they would like to hold a Facebook class or if they would like to hold an in-person class where I would teach it for them and they would invite their friends and family, and we could start building them a team if they're interested in that. Or, you can really just say, hey, I'm trying to grow my business. Are you interested in supporting me by allowing me to teach a class and get experience in teaching a different audience? I've taught a lot of my circle of friends, and I'd love to reach out to some people I don't know yet. That's going to be really great practice for me, and I will have a very nice thank you gift for you. And that can be whatever you want it to be. You can make them up a little basket. You can give them some samples, whatever you want to do. You could give them some type of incentive if they want to enroll after the class, but thank them for being your hostess and for supporting you. And that's my goal for that. So I've checked off 1, 2, 3, 4 of my goals for today. I have 2 more to do: message people, hosting classes, and I also want to work on my newsletter for May. I like to get that out around the 7th of the month. That's been my target date. So what are some other income producing activities that you can do? Reach out to your downline, reach out to your new enrollments. If they enrolled a couple weeks ago, check in on them. Have you gotten your kit? What oils are you using? Have you opened anything yet? This is actually best done in a phone call, and I am not so great at that. I really need to work on making care calls and doing that over the phone. I am much more prone to sending a text message or a Facebook message, but calls really do go a long way. So if that is something you are good at, great, do it. If it's not, I encourage you to maybe read a little bit about it. Ask for encouragement from us. We can cheer you on. If you're going to get ready to do a care call and you're nervous about it, let us know in the White Angelica Sisterhood message. We will, think about you, send some good vibes, send some encouragement to you. Let us know how it went afterward. So care calls, following up, and however you do it, following up with your people is a good idea. Check in on them. Ask them if they need help understanding any of the oils they haven't opened yet, if they're not sure about what to do with them. Give them specific ideas. Help them create a wellness plan for themselves for the next 3 months. This is a great lead into ER. So if you say, okay, so what are some of your wellness goals? Let's think of some of the things that we can get you access to through YL and put together a plan for some orders for you over the next 3 months. And if you do those orders on ER, you're going to earn some points back for yourself so that on the 4th month or whenever you decide to cash them in, you can get some free stuff. Okay, IPAs, and that's okay. So going back to game plan and Sarah Harnish, income producing activities. So enrolling people, teaching people how to enroll people, and a lot of you are doing that now in your downlines. Getting people educated about ER and getting them on ER. And teaching classes are the things that are going to help you grow your business. So other than reaching out to your downline, helping educate them about ER, you could also be maybe thinking about a new step that you want to do this month. Maybe you want to add a form of communication. Maybe you want to pick up a new book that you want to read. Maybe you want to finish a book that you already have. Maybe you want to increase your activity in Harmony Droppers or Harmony Dropper leaders by posting some education in Harmony Droppers for our team to see some different faces. Your downline will love to see you. I'm sure they're getting to know us little by little, but I think that, they'll be a little tickled to see you on Harmony Droppers. So these are all just different things that you can do throughout the day. They don't all have to be done in one big chunk. Stop. Do one income producing activity, send one email, send one message, move along with your day. If you have any questions or need some more examples or need help blocking your day or just want to bounce some ideas off of me, you know that I'm always here to help you. Just reach out to me and I will be happy to do that. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you soon.